morning. Good morning. Started practicing the indoor facility, and then we decided to finish outside, just kind of practicing the elements, which could be something that we're going to be playing in on Saturday. Real sharp practice. Obviously, I'm sure the first thing you guys want to know about the injuries. Justin practiced today, so he has cleared his stuff and kind of making sure that he's feels good and everything that he's doing, and see how he feels throughout the rest of the week to make a decision on who's going to start the game. And Dylan will finish protocol sometime late this afternoon. A little bit of a different timeline for both. So, and then we'll find out as soon as we do. We'll give you an update on that. So, I figured you guys want to get that information first. So you got it.
Sounds like you anticipate Justin hopefully being ready to go.
It was a good day, but we still evaluate every single piece of it. There's more than always a medical part first, right? You're going to do it the right way. Got to do it like it's your own son. What you do with your own son, you make sure the medical part is taken care of. And then after that, you got to make sure that everything else is with it too, and how he feels with everything. And that's about it, really. About as cut and dry as that.
How did he look out there today? What was he able to do?
All three guys look good. They all went through practice normally. They all shared reps, and they did a good job.
Was he able to go through? I mean, he wasn't doing some of the drills when we saw. Was he able to go through most stuff?
We say the fun stuff when you guys leave. Well, it's that time of year where practice, the quality of practice, you try to continue to increase it, but you eliminate some of the load, some of the volume. And because of that, that's why the structure of practice is a little bit different. We'd love to have everybody out there for a longer period of time, but the nature of some of the things that we go to earlier in practice now obviously changes our schedule a little bit as well.
Whether Dylan's able to start or play or be limited, I'm sure you're going to have to call on Johnny Johnson probably a bit more.
Well, I think just on all those guys as well, and some of those guys that have been getting some playing time. Guys like David Davis, who hasn't played a lot but has shown some things, and guys like Justin Collins, who has shown some things. All those guys have to step up. The tight end core has to step up. The running backs have to step up. The offensive line. It falls on everybody. It does.
I think offensively that you guys have made these steps in practice to kind of right some of the I guess, perceived wrongs that might have happened in that Arizona game?
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. All the time, right? Regardless of the result of a game, when you're not functioning to your standard, you're always going to make sure that you assess, you tweak, you fix, you make changes, you make corrections, and you move forward. And that's the process.
Brady was talking about how he got moved to outside linebacker on Thursday, and I feel like he performed in that game on Saturday.
Yeah, proud of him. Proud of him. Brady's a tough competitor, always has been. Real smart. He plays a safety position. We threw him out there at outside linebacker, which fits some of the stuff they were doing as well, all the spread stuff and the way they were kind of taking the ball out there on the option and pitching it out to the running back on the flat and taking advantage of some of the perimeter stuff. He did a good job, and he's a versatile guy. He's very valuable, plays special teams as well, so really happy with his progress.
Like a crash course on outside linebacker you had to give him?
Yeah, but everything is conceptual, so we always teach our players to not only know their position, but what's going on around them. And from a defensive standpoint, especially when you rally to the football, just understanding, right, what your job is, but what's the guy next to you doing, because when you fit a run or when you string out a run, where's your help, right? Is your help outside? Is it inside? Do I have support? Am I the support player? And he's done a really good job understanding all those concepts. So moving him around, there really is no hesitation.
Could this be a permanent thing for him, maybe outside linebacker, or is it just an injury base?
Hard to say, yeah. Hard to say. I think he has value, back at safety. He has value as, that duck position that he played this past week. And so I think the more that he can play, and anyone for that matter, it increases their snap value.
Mario, did you feel like after last season you had to do anything to instill more confidence in Braxton, or did he come out of that tough situation last year with that intact?
I think both. I think the first thing you do, especially when there's a change, is establish clarity. I say, hey, this is, how do you see it? You ask him first, and then tell him how I see it. And he was thrown to the wolves now. That's a tough situation, all right. And then again, schematically, there's always things that you have to do, just like we're doing right now, right? To enhance the opportunity for a guy to make some plays. So he's got a lot of confidence. It shows the way he's practicing. He's done a really good job, and so has Tyler. Both those guys done a good job.
Other personnel, we've seen Austin and Kano and Lana obviously at practice, but are they all good to go?
Yeah, Austin's good to go. Really pleased today. He was lights out today. He looks like a well-rested Austin. Lana looks great as well. And Kano went, surprised me, actually. I thought he'd take a little bit longer. after watching him yesterday, but he went full go today for a limited amount of reps. So him, I'll have to look at again tomorrow and see where he's at. But he looks like he's going to be able to go as well.
Second week in a row where you may not know their quarterback. I'm talking about your quarterback, but you may not know which one they're going to go with, and there can be maybe some differences between Wilson and Dorian in terms of keeping a little bit more. Just kind of preparations for both those in terms of waiting to see who comes running out.
Sure. I was hoping you guys would find out for us, but obviously didn't. Yes, without a doubt, they are two different and very similar to last week, without question. And they're both very effective. And, you know, I think in the conference, you're going to see it from just about every team. Every team has one or the other. You know, a guy that's more of a pocket guy but can still move around, and a guy that's a really good athlete. So from a base defensive standpoint, you know, your base defense has answers for both your specialty stuff, your third down stuff. You have to take into account who's in the game, right? Because those guys that have the elite athletic ability that can extend plays with their feet, you have to have a plan for them, and we certainly do.
You kind of have that too. I mean, you've got, I know Rick Justin runs more than maybe people think, but you've got a guy that people would say is more the drop back, and then if Braxton comes in, people look at him as more maybe the guy who's going to scramble around. So that would.
And the thing that's helped us is Braxton's development as a passer. Now we have confidence in him as well as Tyler to not only do the drop back and the quick game, all our play action stuff, but I think again the element of his, you know, of having that type of, you know, speed and athleticism, it is tougher for a defense. It really is, because when a play breaks down, instead of, you know, punting the ball, those guys always have a chance to move the sticks for you.
On Monday, you mentioned that you guys kind of got punched in the face and didn't respond well. During the week, how have you been, I guess, as coaches, how have you guys been getting the mentality of the players back and kind of helping them maybe face that adversity in a different way come this Saturday?
Well, the best way to face adversity is go attack it, dead on. Not deny anything, make sure that you show the film, and then attack the film, the elements of the film that are not working out in our favor. You know, the mentality that we attacked every single game with, even up until that game, has been really good. And we got to get back to doing it like we did in the first 6 weeks. Okay, and part of that is not only responding, but making sure you're on the attack, you're on the offensive, as opposed to being on the defensive all the time. So our guys know how to do it. We've done it before. You know, it's not like we have to find it and find a way to do it. We've got to do it again, and we've got to do it more consistently. Part of the biggest thing is understanding that in the Pac-12, everyone, so to speak, can throw punches. Everyone has players that are not only dynamic, but every team has the ability to beat anybody on any given week. And I think the teams that understand that the best are always going to have the most success.
Not sure if you saw or been made aware of the comments from Arizona safety Cooper, who hit Mitchell, but expressed that he thought on the play that if he could take Mitchell out, that it would be great, and that said he wished he could lower his helmet on a hit like that. He did say he hoped that Dylan was okay after all that, but any reaction to that, Mario? I mean, that's a lot of people say it's a bit over the top.
Well, you know, I haven't read it or whatnot, but certainly since I haven't, I just have no comment on it. You know.
I apologize if this is a tough question, and I know we're looking at UCLA, but after last week, what was the biggest thing that you learned coming out of that game as a head coach?
I think all the things that we've rehashed. You know, I think when you assess stuff like that, a lot of times, if you haven't done the work, people are looking for a magic potion or some quick fix, or it doesn't. I've never seen it work like that. I don't think it does. We have not only laid a foundation, we've built a foundation, and beyond that, to play really good football. And for the last 14 days, we haven't. And it all relies in the fundamentals and technique, in the way we coach, in the way we teach, in the way we play, and bringing it all together. It's always gonna, and the mental intensity which you attack every single opportunity with. So to get real results, you have to have a real approach. You know, we don't, as you can see, we're not doing any magical hocus pocus, I would say head faking motivation type stuff. We build it from within. And to me, this is when you find out what kind of people you have around you. And I think if people hesitate or flinch or get buckled by this kind of stuff, then they're in the wrong business. I mean, to me, this is why you do it. This is why you love the opportunity to rebuild the tradition. I mean, I do. And I think our players and our coaches understand that the pain that comes with it, good, use it. Okay?
Thanks, everybody.
Guys.